Hey everybody, it's Ted Bear, aka Coach Ted here, Saturday afternoon here in Boston. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I hope you're well, having a good time. Maybe you're doing something fun on Saturday and you're watching this another time. So today I'm coming with a few short productivity tips, nine to be exact, that hopefully will help you, those of you who are living with ADHD, be more productive, feel more successful. So here we go. So the first one it's an interesting one because you often read, so it is do something fun first. It's an alternative to the adjunct that you should start with the most important thing first. Different things work for different people. No set of suggestions or tricks will work for everybody. So for some people, doing the most important thing first is the best way to start. It's the best way for them to start. For other people, doing something fun first. Start something that you can enjoy yourself. Anything from watching a funny video to taking a nice warm bath to, I don't know, whatever's fun for you. And then, obviously, you move on to doing the things you need to do that day, maybe that are not quite so enjoyable. So that's one. Do something fun first. Okay, second tip is create the right work environment. For many people, who don't have ADHD, quiet environment is often the best, but that's not true for some people with ADHD. Sometimes it helps you concentrate if you've got loud music going on or just a lot of activity around you. So if you say work at home and it's very quiet and that's not the best way for you to be productive, put on some music, the kind that's going to help you stay focused. It's going to blot out any background noise. Or if you're go to a coffee shop where there's some activity around you that helps you focus. So whatever it is that helps you focus, that's the kind of environment that you want to put yourself in. One interesting additional thing, if you're on medication, make sure that you are scheduling your tasks, the most difficult tasks, during the time that your symptoms are most under control. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, don't beat yourself up. So we all make mistakes. We all do things that we wish we hadn't done, or we just don't come out the way we want to, and we can feel bad about that. Well, don't beat yourself up. In fact, what we say to ourselves, is very important. Our subconscious mind is listening to what we say to ourselves, whether we're saying it out loud or we're saying it to ourselves. But anything we say that's negative can cause our subconscious to start creating negative results. So it's really important what you say to yourself, whether it's when something didn't work out the way you wanted to. Don't beat yourself up. Or if you're getting started something that seems like it might be a little difficult, or you're unsure of, give yourself some positive reinforcement. I can do this. Or if it feels like a big task and you're not sure you can get everything done, you say, well, I can at least maybe not everything done, but I'm at least get the first 2 steps done. So don't beat yourself up and watch what it is that you are telling yourself. Oh, yes. And celebrate your successes. Really important. Because if you succeed at something and then you just move on to the next thing, then you're not highlighting the fact that you succeeded. When you do that, when you celebrate a success, even a small success, a small celebration, again, you're giving yourself the message, I am successful. And every time you do that, it reinforces the sense that you have of being successful. So it's really important to celebrate your successes. Acknowledge when you do that. Okay. Tip number 4. Just do it. I had a mentor in my early days of coaching that his favorite expression was, you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. Right, so if you're feeling stuck, not sure what to do, just do something. Doesn't matter what. I don't know if you may remember the law of inertia. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. A body at rest tends to stay at rest. If you're stuck and you're not doing anything, your tendency will to continue not doing anything. If you start doing something, anything, then your tendency will be to start to keep going. The first thing you do isn't the right thing, then you'll have a sense of what the next thing might be to do. And an interesting thing, if you're trying to write something and you're sitting there staring at the blank page or blank screen and you don't know what to say, just type. Just start typing. Anything, gibberish, doesn't matter. It gets that sort of energy flowing, and the page is no longer blank. And then what can often happen is you start getting clear about what it is you really want to say, and then you can start typing that or writing that. Okay. Number 5, take one step at a time. When something is large, feels a little overwhelming, a little scary, or you feel anxiety about it, break it down into small individual steps and then focus on the first step. Put your blinders on, just focus on the first step. Don't worry about the rest. And do that one. Make it a simple one. And then when you succeed at that, acknowledge your success and then go on to step 2. And again, a doable step. And then when you succeed at that, acknowledge your success and move on to step 3. And as you go succeed at step 1 and step 2 and step 3, you're starting to create a pattern of success, which will take you through 4 or 5, and who knows, I don't know whether it's 20 or 40 or 100 steps it'll take you to get to the final result. If you keep doing it step by step, you'll get to where you're going. Okay, here's one that can be difficult for a lot of people. Ask for help. One kind of help you can ask for is if you're stuck at something, ask somebody to come over and sit with you while you do that task. I did that once a number of years ago. I couldn't get my taxes done. Week after week, I kept putting them off. Finally invited a friend over. I said, bring a book or bring something you want to do, you need to do. You sit there, I'll do my taxes. And I got them done. And then we went out to get something to eat. But if he wasn't there, who knows? I probably would put it off another time. So ask for help. There are other kinds of help. People love to help. So, number 7, take frequent breaks. It's important to get up, move around. Not try to sit there and just keep going and going and going. You get tired. Your mind gets tired. You run out of sort of gas. You out of kind of self-control gas. And then you kind of go all over the place. And particularly, again, those of us with ADHD, this is particularly important because it takes a lot of energy to keep our focus. So, only do it for 15 or 20 or 25 minutes, whatever works for you, and then take a break. Set a timer, take a break, get up, walk around, and then you can work another 15, 20, 25 minutes. I talked about this last time, I think it was in the time boxing technique. So take breaks. All right. Number 8, don't bite off more than you can chew. Right. Look at the amount of time you have and then make sure that what you schedule during that time, you actually can get done. Why? Well, because if you schedule too much and you come to the end of the time and you haven't finished, then you feel like maybe you failed. God, I screwed up again. I didn't get it all done. Whereas if you make sure that what you choose to do is going to fit within the time frame you have and you finish within that time, then you feel really good about it. So make sure that you only schedule what you know you can get done. And if you have a little extra time, you've got a few things, maybe to take a few minutes. You've got on a list somewhere that then you can do to finish off your time. Okay, and the last one. This is interesting. When you have deadlines, post them where you can see them. Put them up, piece of paper on the wall, in your office, in your apartment, somewhere where you can see them, where you're working, so that you're constantly reminded of what your deadlines are, because it's so easy for us with ADHD to forget those kinds of things. And so visual reminders of all kinds can be really helpful. So there you have it, 9 more productivity tips. And so I've enjoyed doing this with you today. I hope it's been helpful. Just a couple things. I really love it if you would like this video, and also if you would share it on your timeline or with anybody you think who would benefit from it. And finally, I have a free report that I offer. It's called Stop Procrastinating and Get Things Done Now. If you go to my website, www.expressway2success.com, expressway2success.com. There's a form on the right side of the screen. Fill in your name and email, and you'll get the report. And you'll also go on my mailing list, where I send out periodic updates and interesting things. Is that Shane? Shane, good to see you, man. It's been a long time. Glad you're here. But I'm just finishing up, so hopefully you have a chance to watch the rest. Watch the video from the start. So, sayonara. I will be back on Tuesday. I look forward to it. Have a great rest of the weekend. Bye, folks.